my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and I'm joined with Mark from Suddenly Comics. And this is, again, I think we're going to try to keep doing this, where we do live streams of the market report. That's what Mark calls it. I call it the hottest comics of the week, which is probably not very accurate.
I call it Silver Age comic market analysis.
Oh, wow. That sounds so official and boring. Okay, go ahead.
It's more of an accurate description than
what I said. Yeah, I mean, it's not the hottest.
No,
it's the least lukewarm. How about that?
That's not very exciting either, is it? Alan, before we start, I have to ask you a serious question.
Uh-oh.
So the Superman 1 that you bought for 9.1 million, did you pay cash or are you paying it on installments?
I'm going to be paying I think it was 9 million installments of $1 per month.
Okay. Good deal.
Yeah, that'd be good. But the only problem is I can't collect the comic until I pay it off. So.
Oh, right. Okay. So you'll be about 470 then.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Right. Okay. So yes.
So these are the Silver Age. So this was the signature auction that we're looking at, right?
Yeah.
And these are the big books that sold at the signature auction that were from the Silver Age. So everyone focused on the big Superman book, but there were some really big Silver Age books.
Yes, big Silver Age books. Yes.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. So this is what people didn't notice, but it is still cool stuff. So let's get into it. What's the first book on the list, Mark?
The first book on the list is a Batman 159.
I've never seen this book before I made this list. I was
really? I've seen this loads of times. This is a
fan. I didn't know it. It's like a dirty Joker.
Yeah. It's Joker as Clayface.
Yes.
The great Clayface Joker fraud. Oh yeah, this is a well-known one.
Oh, okay.
Well, as you can tell by the price it goes for.
Yeah, went for a big price.
Yeah. So it's Joker, Clayface, Batwoman, and Batgirl. Bill Finger story, Sheldon Moldoff cover.
Wow.
Dating from 1963. And it's a Joker cover, and anything with these early Joker appearances always go for good money. However, this did go for quite a lot. I imagine this might be the highest graded. This is
either the highest or second highest would be my opinion.
This went for 15,600, which I think is a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. When you get into those really super high grades, it's really hard to know. I mean, sometimes they just go for crazy prices. But yeah, to me, it sounds like a lot too. I would have thought more like a 9,000, 10,000 kind of level.
Yeah, exactly. So let's have a look.
Oh yeah, this is a lot.
It's a record, Alan.
We got a first one, and it's a record. That's awesome. See, I think maybe the world is going back to what I was saying.
Well, if all 10 are like this, Alan, I will concede that you're only a month late with your prediction.
Okay, cool. I doubt it, but I know what the other books on the list are, and they're not going to go for records. But
this is up $9,000 over 5 years. There were no sales. There were no sales during COVID, which makes it a lot cleaner.
Yes, I mean this one doesn't sell for that. Does it sell that often? Is it the top census?
Let's have a look. Is it the top? Is a 9.6 top? Yes, it's population 1. There were 275 of these, Alan.
Oh wow!
And oops, hang on. 284. Sorry,
284.
This is the top graded, and there's only one of them.
Wow.
That's why it's gone for so much.
Yeah, that's what always happens. Like the top of the census goes for some crazy amount, usually 2x, but sometimes as much as 3x. And if it's a black cover, sometimes as much as 5x.
Yes, and the next, and there's only 194 as well. So this is difficult difficult book to get in high grade.
Yeah. Well, it's just one that, like, you know, low census, we see that, right?
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of these early DC books you just don't see in high grade at all. Like, just any, like, even the most obscure ones, like, you know, just nobody kept them. It's
exactly. Yeah, so it's a great start, Alan. That's not the right one. That's the right one. This is Amazing Spider-Man 20. No, Amazing Spider-Man 6.
Yes, I picked this is because it's the first Lizard.
It is the first Lizard.
This is an interesting one. Yeah, so go ahead. Origin.
Right. Okay. Challenge for you, Alan. What's the Lizard's real name?
Matt Gorgon.
No.
No, that's the Scorpion.
Yeah.
I used to know. I should know. I mean, he was in the movie.
Curtis.
What?
Curtis Connor. Got to Dr. Curtis Connors. I was somewhere close.
Yeah, there should be a doctor in there.
Yeah.
I'm not really good at knowing people's real names. I know they're like character names, but not their real names often.
I know you know I'm Suddenly Comics, but you struggle with my real name.
Yeah, it's like Bob or something like that.
Right. Okay. I think the color's off on this cover, Alan.
That's what I saw. When I saw this one, I was like, the color's not the greatest. I mean, it is I have this book, and it is that color. I thought mine was always faded. Like, I always thought mine had that sort of that gray tone to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a very vibrant 9/6, though, is my point.
No, but you're right. Maybe they're all like that.
Yeah.
Just it's a this just sort of dolly purple and dolly green and dolly white is how it was originally done. Right, what did this sell for, Alan? This sold for 19,800. We're not doing small comp. We're not doing
there's nothing small. these are the small ones, believe it or not.
Yes. Okay, so we're only going upwards from here. Right. Yeah. Let's have a look. So
that seems a little low.
A little low.
Yeah, but I'm not sure. I think it's something about the cover it's not as appealing as you'd expect for 9/6.
Okay, and it is relatively low, Alan.
I mean, actually, if you took the start point and then the end point of that line, this would be a good sale. But that COVID price really messes everything up.
Sorry, in 2004, it sold for $15,000.
Yeah, and it's now 19,000.
It's now 19,000 21 years later.
Yeah, I'm not saying
that's 4,000 less than if you'd put it in the bank.
Yeah, I know. They always say comics are not a great investment. So yeah. And the COVID peak, what was that?
The COVID peak was 33.
Yeah. I mean, we're still living with that skewed pricing where they're overcorrecting for the fact that it had gone up crazy amount. Hi guys. Hi everyone in the chat, by the way. With these market ones, we don't necessarily say hi to everybody in the chat, but we know you're there. We appreciate you. And if you have questions, we will answer them. So don't worry. But we'll go through the market report with you guys.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Good. Comics and Robotics will be listening during his 10-minute break. We better get on with it then, Alan.
Okay, we gotta be fast. Okay. So how many, look at this. Wait, before we go, what was the census on that one?
The census will be quite high.
2,000 or something?
3,700.
See, that's the difference. That's the difference between Marvel and DC.
Yeah, absolutely. So moving on. It's what? Oh, my doorbell's ringing. Hopefully, my wife will get it. Okay. It's next one up, Alan. It's one of my favorite covers of all time.
Yes, mine too. And this is a 9/8. I always like these 9.8, like a 9.8 of anything, because then it's sort of this is the top of the market.
This is
right?
a proper 9.8 as well.
It's beautiful,
sometimes
too.
you get these 9.8s and you think, not sure that's a 9.8. But
Yeah.
I can't look at those corners.
I know.
I can't see anything wrong with this one.
And the centering is really good too.
Yep.
This is a square bound comic, and these are really hard to get in high grade.
Really hard to get in high grade. Yeah.
This is an impressive book.
This is. I bet this went for a bit of money. Thor and Loki appearance. This is a cover by.
Yes.
Hulk and Hercules cameo. Tales of the Watcher backup story. It's a great John Buscema cover.
It's not a white pager, by the way. It's a white to off-white page. But
okay,
that's the only flaw with it.
Yeah. What a
just
great
a
book.
classic cover, though.
Yeah, and it sold for 28,800.
Seems a little low to me.
It seems a bit low to me because it really is a stunning looking copy, and I'm not sure how many 9.8s of this will be around.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too.
So let's have a look. Oh, it's low, Alan.
Really low. Again, it's above the, like, if you take at that mountain of the COVID peak.
Yeah, if you go from July 2020 pre-COVID, they go from 17.9 up to 28.
That's a pretty good increase.
That's actually pretty decent.
But the drop from COVID crazy price. What was the crazy COVID price?
Well, the crazy COVID price was 107,000.
Oof. Wow.
Oh, sorry, that's with inflation. Without inflation, 90,000.
Still, that's not the greatest.
I mean, just ignore the COVID ones. Going from 17.9 to 28 in 5 years is pretty decent.
It's actually a good return. Yeah,
it is. Yeah,
actually, this is one I'd be curious. What is the 9.8 census?
I bet it's not that. It's there's 29 of them.
Oh, that's impressive.
Oh, but then remember 6,156 copies of this, Alan.
Yeah, so that makes it a little easier. That's the thing with Marvel. There's just so many copies.
Yeah.
It really. I mean, that's what killed the price. I bet you before COVID and after that big sale, there wasn't as many 9.8s. There's actually sites where you can check what the census was.
Yeah.
And once, if a whole bunch of 9.8s start appearing on the census after that, it really does kind of, break down the value of the book. But I think this one actually is not a bad one, because if you just ignore those drops.
It's good. I mean, I'd be very happy with that. If I bought that for 17,000 5 years ago and it was now worth 28.
That's a good return.
Yeah. I might regret not having sold it for 90,000.
Yeah, that would be like a little sad, but
right, onwards. Oh, this is another really nice looking copy. Look at this 9.8 here.
Yeah, I have this book, Rob.
I have this book as well, Alan.
I always loved this cover. I always thought it was the funniest cover. It's
the Funhouse Mirror.
Yeah.
Fat Wonder Woman, thin Green Lantern, long-headed Flash, and Green Arrow as a dwarf.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, this is such a pretty, and it's 9.8 too. This is another. I bet you the 9.8 of this is a little harder to get.
Oh yes, because they're going to be slightly fewer than 6,500 of these, Alan.
Yes, I think a lot slightly less.
So interestingly, this has gone for more than the Silver Surfer cover,
which is interesting to me.
Well, and the reason will be scarcity.
Yeah, well, and it kind of makes that point that scarce books do hold their value a bit better.
Yeah,
and I bet you this doesn't have that COVID sale. Do you know what I mean?
Let's have a look. I'm itching to look at this one.
This 30,000 though. 30,000 for a 9.8 Justice League. Pretty awesome.
9.8. It's the only 9.8 that's ever sold. It's one of one.
Oh, 1 second. I'm getting a call.
It's a one of one, Alan. It's the only 9.8.
See what I'm saying? Like the scarcity is a big factor here.
Big factor.
What's the census on it?
484. So compared to
Yeah.
6,700 or whatever it was, there are only 484 of these. And
So
compared to
1/15.
yes, and compared to, well, it's on 9.8s. If you remember, the Silver Surfer had 29 9.8s. This has one.
Yeah. 1/29th. Yeah. So it's just crazy. And this is the only sale ever?
Yep.
Wow. Let's compare it to the 9.6 if we can.
Okay, let's go and look at the
just to get a sense of.
There's only 196, so that might not have sold. That's not sold.
Oh wow. Let's go 9.4 again. Let's just keep going until we get the.
So we get one.
Yeah. I would imagine the 9.4 would be around
5.9. It's 5.94s.
And it crashed. Oh my goodness! Look at that crash.
But this hasn't sold since just January 2022. So the 9.4 sold for $2,000 in 2022.
So this is a really strong sale then.
Very strong.
Because, like, you get doubling effects, right? So 9.4 should sell for, let's say it sells for 2, then a 9.6 should sell for like 4. Then 9.8 should sell for 8. Yeah, well, this sold for 30,000.
Because there's 196 and 198, Alan. You're never going to get this now. If this guy wants to sit on this for the next 30 years until he dies, you're never going to see it again.
Yeah. Yeah. In a way, I mean, it's, yeah, it is what it is. And I don't think it's one where they'll find another 9.8 randomly right there.
Very unlikely.
Mm-hmm.
I've got one, but it's not a 9.8. I think it might be a 3.0.
Yeah. Mine's actually pretty solid.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say it's like a 6.0.
Okay. All right. Well, that was a good one. So that's 2 records we've had, Alan.
I always wonder how that will impact the prices going, lower grades, when you have that massive sale, right? Because that now sets the threshold for that.
Well, it is, but it's one of one, Alan, and it's the only 9.8. I don't think that's going to have a huge effect.
Well, remember how Amazing Fantasy 15, when it sold for 3.65 million, it brought all the grades up in terms of value.
Well, we've just had a Superman sale at 9.1 million, so hopefully that will bring up all the Supermans that I've got.
I think it will. I actually think it will, not even just the Superman ones, but I think it will affect all the Superman books.
Well, I hope you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
People will be, hey, maybe Superman has some value to it.
Possible. I mean, people who have never talked to me about comics before have asked me, did you bid on it?
So even though my brother knows very little about comics, he was like, oh, did you hear about he asked me as if I would never have heard about this. Did you hear about the sale of the Superman one? And he, it's like, yes, I think I vaguely heard something mentioned about that. Yes.
Right. Here's another big one, Alan, in another high grade. Oh, look at this. This is really nice grade. I mean, we see quite a lot of this, but we never see it at 8.5.
Yeah, it's quite
I mean, this is really nice. Look at the sharpness of that top left-hand corner.
Yeah.
It's
very solid book.
Very nicely centered. Why is it not a 9 something?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, all the corners, I don't see any kind of that blunting on the corners or anything.
This top right-hand corner is a bit rounded.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen 9/8 with more than that. I mean, really. This one is very solid.
I'm really tempted to get this out and get it regraded.
It could be.
What's the difference between an 8.5 and a 9.0 in a Journey into Mystery 83? It's probably about.
I don't know. I'm not sure. This one's a very solid one.
Right. Okay. It's the origin and first appearance of Thor, Dr. Don Blake.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Jack Kirby cover.
This is a different Thor than we're used to nowadays. In this, he was a cripple and he had like a walking staff that he would use, and if he tapped it, he would become Thor.
Right.
So he
Okay.
wasn't naturally Thor. He was like, he would transform into Thor.
Was that not Mjolnir then?
Yeah, well, his staff would turn into Mjolnir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this sold for a mere 55,200, Alan.
Seems a little low, to tell you the truth. I would have guessed like 60s, in the 60s.
Okay. All right. Let's have a look.
See, these Marvel books, they don't perform that well because there's just so many of them. That's the problem.
What grade was it? 8.5.
It was 8.5.
Yeah, you're right. The fair market value is 60. There are 2,648 of these.
Yeah.
So,
that's part of the problem right there. But I mean, there's the demand for Marvel is 10x of DC, or more than 10x. So you do, even though it has a higher census, there's more demand for it. So that does help. But
yeah, it's the lowest price since COVID. That
actually, this one doesn't have the massive drop off of from COVID.
So if you go to the problem was there wasn't really a pre-COVID sale.
What was the most pre-COVID sale you can find?
2014.
Oh, that's not really good.
No. So all you can say is between 2014
and now it's
gone up. It's gone up 10,000.
Yeah, it's gone up steady. It's like it has a nice gradual curve.
Yeah. So if you took out the COVID stuff, that would have a nice straight line to there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's done okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this has more to correct, but I think it looks like it's kind of flattening out. It might have a little bit more to drop, but because it's still,
Yeah, I mean, what this sale is showing me is that where the comics have got large populations, I think people are still waiting for the price to settle.
Yeah. I mean, this one
where it's one of one, like the two where we've had records, then people have gone in and bought them because there might not be another along for 20 years.
Yeah, and especially if you think about the type of people that are coming to a signature auction.
Yeah.
They're the type of people that want to have the one of one.
Yeah.
They have the money. They might not have gotten the Superman 1. They're like, okay, if I'm not going to get the Superman 1, I'll have to settle for some rag of a comic.
Now, what would be interesting is if we'd had the top graded here is a 9.6. There's only one of them. So
if that comes up, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
When was the last time that sold?
I'm not sure.
Probably during COVID or something like that, right? When it was freaking out, when the prices were going.
I'm not sure it's never sold, Alan. I've got a feeling that's never sold.
There's only 196. That's interesting.
Yeah, only 196. It's never sold.
Wow. So that would be that would actually kind of show what the market is on this book. That would kind of regain confidence maybe if a big sale happened.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Right. Oh, next up, it's another of our favorites. It is Fantastic Four 48.
And this one's really interesting because it's a 9.8. And it has that extra little CDA, which means that it presents a little bit better than a 9.8.
Why isn't it a 9.9 then?
It presents a little bit better. Not enough to give it a 9.9, but a little bit better. It's an outstanding, pretty copy for a 9.8.
Well, what I would say I know they don't count this in the grading, but it's not very well centered. If you look at the
it's actually I don't know why it gets it, and the colors are not that vibrant, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? Like I have a copy of this and the purples are a little bit deeper.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not sure about this one. First appearance of the Silver Surfer and Galactus in a cameo, Inhumans, and
it's the first appearance of Galactus. like if you read it, it's it's like there's a 2-page spread with Galactus on it.
I'm not going to argue with you, Alan, because I agree with you. Right, so there we are, and it sold for 56,400.
Yeah.
Now there are a ton of these.
Well, so this is one of those books that really does suffer in the high grade.
Yeah.
Of all the places to suffer, it suffers in the high grade because there was a warehouse find of this book. And the books that were in the warehouse were all high grade. So there's on the high end of this census, the value really isn't doubling or going up rapidly. In the low grades, you'll see sort of more the standard kind of fare of rarity and like, standard pricing. But in the high grades, it's kind of doesn't go up as much as you'd expect.
Right.
And if you compare this to 49, 49 is way more rare at the high grade.
Because there's half the number of 49s. Right. Yeah. Here we go. There's 10,700 of these, Alan. It's huge.
It's like so brutal. And how many 9/8s?
There are 46 9/8s.
Yeah, I mean, that's a crazy census for this book.
Yeah. And you can see it. This is a slight bounce back off the base here, Alan.
Okay, well, that's a good sign.
Well, when I say slight bounce back, it's bounced back by $16,000.
Okay.
So it's back where it was. This one down here was a sale in September for 40,000. I think that was a real steal from someone.
Mm-hmm.
And the previous sale to that was 57, and we've gone back to 59. So whoever picked this up for 40,
got a steal. Yeah,
I don't think it's going to see 40 again.
Yeah. So I think this is like maybe like just sub $60,000 book in this grade.
Yeah, I think so.
But I wonder how much that CVA played into the price as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, it might give a little bit more.
Might have given it a nudge, but it's not.
But look at the colors on this one, the one that they have as an example. It's just like way more vibrant.
Yeah, but that might have been photoshopped.
No. Like, actually, you know what was weird? I was Stephen had bought a book. Okay.
Yeah.
And he asked me, did he overpay or whatever? And I'm like, oh, I had that same book.
Yeah.
And then so I went to Go Collect to check it. And the photo that they used was my book.
Wow.
I was like, what? That is so weird. Like, I'm in Go Collect. my copy. And it's not even a great looking copy. And it has tape pull. It's like all this like rip. But it was my copy that they used. So these are actual comics that they're using for these pictures.
Okay. All right.
So I'm just showing you the color is a lot more vibrant.
It is a lot more vibrant. Yeah.
So I'm a little bit surprised by the CVA on the 9/8. And you're right about the centering. It's not that great.
No, it isn't.
Maybe in this case, the CVA means that it's slightly worse than the regular 9/8. I don't know.
Right, let's move on to the next one. It's another Fantastic Four. This time it's Fantastic Four #1, and it's signed by Mr. Stan Lee.
This is interesting because this is a really old label.
CBCS label.
Yeah, we don't usually get CBCS books, on the list.
No, because I've never seen that red label before. It looks horrible.
Yeah, it's pretty ugly. It looks like somebody cropped it off the bottom too. It looks like it's not.
If I was to get this, the first thing I'd do is break this out.
Yeah. You're gonna this is one of those ones where you crack it out, send it to CGC because you're gonna
I'd make sure it got cleaned and pressed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if I can get half a point on this, it's worth a lot of money. So, yeah.
It's a reasonable presenting one.
Yeah. Right. There's something very strange going on with the Go Collect data on this, Alan.
Okay.
So this sold for 63,000.
Yes.
Which sounds low to me for a
Sounds
signed.
low, but I always mention that CBCS gets about 20% of what a CGC gets.
20%, 80%.
So it gets 20% less.
Yes.
Yeah. And people will say, oh, CGC grades harder or whatever. It's not true. Usually they're pretty, even with PGX. I know that's heresy to say, but pretty much all three of them grade very similar. Now the problem with PGX, for example, is they'll miss things like all the pages might not be there, or there might be some restoration, but they'll miss that once in a while. But with CGC and CBCS, there's really not much difference.
Right.
I mean, it was the same people that created, both companies, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Okay, let me show you what the census shows on this, Alan. It says the last sale of this, it sold for $1,000.
Oh, okay. Wait. Can we see the numbers? It sold for $1,000. That doesn't make sense.
Well, there's something wrong here, isn't there? It can't possibly have sold for $1,000. Nobody bought an 8 point.
So this is a CBCS signed one?
Yeah. CBS signed 8.0, sold for $1,000 in 2017, according to this, off eBay.
But that doesn't make sense.
And the one before the one before that sold for $27,000.
That's a little bit more. So this might be a record.
It is a record. They haven't put it up on here for some reason.
Okay, let's look. Can you sometimes if you go on to recent sales, just like where you see all the sales?
Yeah.
This is a trick that you guys have to learn. Like people watching. What you do is go on to recent sales and you can see all the most.
So that's the one we're just looking at there. This one here. This verified signature.
So it is on the census. It's just not where we expect it to be.
Yeah.
And what was the one above it? There looks like another gold label.
It's a 3.5, signed by Stan.
Okay.
Verified signature, but it's CGC.
And what did it sell for?
And that sold for 10,000. So yeah, so the 8.0 sold for 63, and the 3.5 sold for 10.
Okay, so let's say double and a little bit more. Yeah, so I mean, that's actually a really good
sale. I guess
let's go.
Well, hang on. How much does an 8.0? How much is an 8.0?
8.0 signed CGC go for?
Well, let's do an unsigned first.
Okay, so unsigned first.
An unsigned one goes for $98,000.
$98,000.
Sorry, $75,000. It says the fair market value says 98 here, but the last one sold for 75.
Oh my goodness! Like this one. So even at 20% lower. You'd think that the signature would have some value.
Unsigned. How much did the signed 8? How much is a signed CGC 8?
Is it the Stan Lee effect?
There aren't any of them. There are no. Well,
what's the closest grade to the 8.0?
7.5.
Is there a 7.5? You'd expect a little bit of a increase in value.
So 7.5 hasn't sold for nearly 10 years, so you can't really take any.
And what did it sell for back then?
33.5.
Okay.
You can't really tell anything from
that.
that.
You can't really compare that. I mean, in 10 years, it's gone up a fair amount.
Yeah, it's still selling for quite a lot less than a 7.5 CGC unsigned.
No. Oh, yeah. But unsigned, it's like not even comparable. Like it's like really down.
Yeah. So the strange one, it's up if you look at it one way, it's down if you look at it another way.
I mean, but is it the Stan Lee effect where,
Yeah.
sometimes when Stan Lee signs things, people, I don't know why, it actually reduces the value of the book. We've noticed this a few times, and we're noticing
sometimes it does increase it significantly. I think the last one we looked at,
yeah, it was actually a huge increase.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Very odd. I don't know. That one's a weird one. I don't.
Something.
What's the census on it? I mean, it's like a 3,000 census or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Let me have just a quick check. 3-1. Spot on, Alan. Right. So our next comic is another favorite.
Yeah.
These are all going to be big blue chips, aren't they? So here we go. X-Men #1
in a 9.0.
In a 9.0.
So when they ran this auction, it's kind of important to know. They front loaded some of the bigger books.
Yeah.
So the Superman one was early on. This X-Men one was early on. So they kind of put all their biggest books first, and then they, that didn't mean that there was not big books later. It just meant that the biggest ones were first.
Yeah.
And a lot of them realized better returns as a result.
Yeah, because it was probably the hedge funds watching the big stuff at the start.
Yeah, let's get the big ones out of the way, and then we'll go to the regular auction afterwards.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I mean, this is a pretty copy. I mean,
it is. Yeah, I agree. I would not disagree with the 9.0 rating on this. Pretty decent.
I mean, this book, though, recently we were seeing it wasn't performing that well. But to see it in a 9.0 is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's gonna.
The census on this one is insane. This is like, it's a real. By the point that this book came out, people knew, hey, Marvel #1s are maybe something to save.
Yeah.
So but this is a cool book.
Okay, right.
And one little fact. Do you want to hear a new fact that I learned about X-Men 1?
Yes.
That is actually not the original cover.
Okay. What was the original cover?
So when they were designing X-Men 1, it looks almost exact same. But originally Jean Grey had like sort of beams kind of coming out of her head that were also hitting Magneto.
Okay, well,
she's just standing there, right? She's just doing this.
Yeah, I mean, she looks as if she's doing a dance or something. I mean, what is she doing?
But originally, it had like these telepathic beams hitting Magneto.
Right. I mean,
so if you look at the Millennium, there's like a Millennium Edition reprint. It actually shows what the original cover looked like.
Okay. I mean, she looks completely gormless there, doesn't she?
Yeah.
So, if you pick sort of which X-Men are being the most useless, Jean Grey gets about 0 out of 10. Iceman, who's throwing
snowballs are a little bit weak, but
get 1 out of 10. I'm not these two. That thing could do something, I suppose, and he could do it.
So, bazooka. The bazooka.
Cyclops, definitely wins on the
usefulness. Yeah.
Yes.
But so the thing is, it was Stan Lee that said, "Hey, it's too busy with her zapping as well." So if you look at the Millennium Edition, you'll see what it was meant to look like.
Okay.
It's interesting. It's actually quite interesting.
Okay. Well, I think Stan was wrong because it just makes Jean Grey look stupid. Right.
Maybe. So $93,000 though.
Anyway, for $93,000, we're critiquing the cover, and let's see what somebody paid for it. Whether it was value or not. Well, it was down a bit.
It's holding its value after that dip. It's maybe down a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah. It's down $15,000 since in the last 6 months.
Milestone Edition. Sorry, not Millennium Edition. Milestone Edition.
Yeah.
Lyle corrected me. I knew it began with an M.
Well, Lyle's only just got up. He's having his first coffee of the morning. He'll be on the ball.
Yeah.
Right. So,
is it up from pre-COVID?
Pre-COVID 96,
and this was 93.
Yeah. So no.
Oof. As I said, for some reason X-Men 1 hasn't been performing very well.
How many of these are there, Alan? 6,800. That's why.
Yeah, well, that's why I said it's got a really high census on this one.
And 35.90s.
Wow. Yeah. So that's part of the reason.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm afraid that stuff where there's lots of copies are all still suffering.
Yeah, but X-Men 1, I think, this is maybe a good time to buy, especially because it is below the pre-COVID price. I think it's overcorrected.
Yeah.
And I think it's got potential because they're going to have another X-Men 96 season, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they've already hinted very strongly that they're going to put X-Men in the movies. So, it's one that has a lot of potential.
Yeah. Okay. So, right. That's okay. So let's move on to the next one. We've got two left, and they're going to be even bigger.
Yeah.
So here we go. It's
guys start guessing which one is the top of the list.
Well, yeah. It's going to be a hard guess for you, right?
So
now, Alan, something's up here. This is a very low grade copy because it hasn't got the
doesn't even have one of the quotes.
Doesn't even have one of the quotes.
Century.
Has it got the table? No, it hasn't even got the blue on the table.
Yeah.
So we're looking at
so you know what to look for, and this one doesn't have it.
No, so this will have probably gone for $10 or something.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a 9.2, which is really high grade.
Yeah. Origin of the appearance of Tony Stark.
But the centering is not the greatest.
No. Yeah. So if you're a purist, you probably wouldn't have bought this one.
Yeah.
However, it went for $180,000. I wouldn't, if Alan came to me and said, Mark, I don't want this anymore because it hasn't got the quotation marks. I'll be quite happy to take it off his hands.
Yes. I feel like 108,000 is a strong sale.
I think it probably is, especially since it hasn't got the quotation marks or the table.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
I would have thought in the 90s, personally, but yeah.
What was it? A 9.0?
A 9.2.
And what did it go for? 108?
108.
It's 3,000 above the current fair market value.
Okay. So that's actually a strong sale. I mean, we don't have that many sales in this one.
No, there's 16 of these, but it doesn't sell very often. This is only the fourth sale in 4 years.
Yeah. I mean, the COVID peak was what for this one?
The COVID peak was 168, but
oh, wow.
It's only sold twice since. This is only the second sale since then, and it's just been about. It was 100.
Kind of holding its value at this point.
Yeah.
So it did a major correction after COVID, and then kind of held that value.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this has done all right, actually, Alan.
In a weird way, the books that don't sell that often, kind of outperform in a way, because they just don't have the people are, when they feel like there's a little bit of that scarcity, it can kind of help hold the value a bit better.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at this one on the Go Collect, you can see what we're talking about. You can see the two quotation marks.
And you can see the little bit of blue
at the bottom. See the bit of blue under the table there. That's what you need to look for.
Yeah. So this one is not a great copy, actually. I know it's like a 9.2 and all, but it's not.
I know, but CGC don't downgrade for centering.
Yeah. No. But I think if you're going to be buying a book at $100,000, these are things you would actually consider.
Yeah. Definitely.
So I think this was actually a reasonable sale for what we got, for the book.
I agree with you.
But another high census, like another 3,000 on the census, but yeah, I think it's a good one. Okay.
Right. Okay. So
now, what is the biggest book?
Alan, what's it going to be? Oh, I wonder.
Is it Mark's favorite book?
It was 3 weeks running now. We definitely had it last week.
I had to, like, if I didn't put this one on the list, I mean, it would be like negligence on my part. I mean, this is the biggest sale that happened in the Silver Age for the entire week. So,
right, it is
7.5.
Everybody's favorite spider. Everybody, you know, I'm constantly trying to get rid of cobwebs in my outdoor.
But this is an interesting one. Like, you know, this signature auction had some really, really big books, but they didn't bring in a huge amazing fantasy. I mean, this is a 7.5. It's a you know, it's a decent copy, but it's not like the big sale that they had way back when with the 9.6.
Yeah, but how often do they sell, Alan? They don't sell very often because people buy them and put them away.
I feel like I think this might have been on purpose, that they didn't want to have two really, really big books competing against each other. Like,
okay.
if you look at the sales, I think of like from this signature auction, I think it was like $12 to $15 million in sales, like something like that. It wasn't
9 of them all went on one comic,
one book, right? So it wasn't like there was lots of other $1 million books in there. So I think they you know, I think they know that the market can't handle two really, really, really big books coming up at the same time.
Yeah, you're right, Alan. You wouldn't want it. If I owned the 9.6 Amazing Fantasy, I would say put me in a different auction to the Superman one.
Yeah, because they're gonna compete with each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So I think this is sort of that second tier. You know, the poor rich people will have something else to look at.
Yeah, the millionaires rather than the billionaires. Right.
Exactly. it's kind of like that. So 144,000 for 7.5.
Yes.
Seems decent. I don't know.
We've been bobbling along whenever we look at it. It's just
when we were looking at this book, it was $9,000 per point.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, usually there's a bit of a jump in the higher grades.
Yeah.
But I would have still thought, maybe 90, 10,000 a point, or a little bit more than 10,000, maybe $15,000 a point. But this is almost like $20,000 a point.
Well, you're wrong, Alan. This is exactly on fair market value, and it is bobbling along, like I said it was.
Okay. So it's bobbling along. But I would have thought, like, if you look at the lower grades, it's like $9,000 a point. This is a strong performer at these high grades.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of the high grades. There's no 9.8s. There's 4 9.6s. And if you consider how desirable, now there are 50 of these, but that's at 7.5. So I think this is harder to find in high grade, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you look at this, look at the graph here, Alan.
This is one that Amazing Fantasy 15 is one that is known for its Marvel chipping.
Yeah, and if you look,
getting this in high grade is really hard.
Yeah, the median grade on this, I would say, is a 3.5.
Yeah.
Whereas quite often you look at these things and they're up at
it's more skewed to the high grade, right?
Yeah. So I think that's why I think this is really hard to get in these higher grades. Look at the bottom. It's tailing off from 7.0 onwards. Really difficult to get above.
Well, so that's why, like we were talking about how scarcity has been really holding value or like bringing the value up. This is a scarcity of high grade. Where it's not like the FF48 where there's like a lot of high grade copies. This is like a hard book to get in high grade. Anything above a 6, really.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
See, it's
4, 3, 5.
The chipping is really it is a real problem with this book. Actually, Steven was telling me a story where he had like some Marvel book at this era, and he didn't, he was, really meticulous about keeping his books, and it still chipped. It still would have chipping. So it's like, really hard to get these where it's pretty like this.
Yeah. Right then, Alan. So, what is your conclusion from this sort of top end Silver Age sale?
Well, because the prices have dropped so much, you might as well just send all your comics to me. I will give them a better home than the trash.
If you send them to Alan, I'm reporting him to the Monopolies and Mergers Commission because he's got far too many already.
Yeah.
So you ought to send them to poor old Blighty, because we're a third world country now.
You're third. Well, Canada's a third world country too. It's this is basically what you were saying. It really is probably the best explanation. Books that are scarce held their value and are going up. Books that are more common, people are holding off on. They're not. There's just there's no reason to FOMO. There's no reason to pay more, right? You have options.
Yeah.
So hopefully someday in the future, the market will recover and I can be accurate about something again. And I think we can go back to our previous title of hottest Silver Age comics of the week.
Anyway, let's look at the positive. We had a big record on the Batman.
Yeah, we had a few records actually.
Yeah, we had a couple of proper records. It was on comics that was one of ones.
Yeah.
Both of them were. It's a 9/8, and there's one of them.
Lau said that he would send me his X-Force 1.
What?
My X-Force 1.
But don't send him any comics. Oh no, he's going to send them to Lyle. No,
That's like a dollar bin book, if you're lucky. If it's a high grade copy, it's a dollar bin book.
Yeah. Oh, he's probably already got a box full. Anyway,
yeah, I do have X-Force 1 actually.
Okay, guys, that is it for this week. We're probably going to keep this as a live show, even though I end up with less viewers, because what used to happen is everybody who used to watch Alan's show used to come and watch my show. Now you all watch it on Alan's channel.
Yeah,
don't get as many views, but I don't care.
It's fun. It's fun, anyways.
It's more fun, I think.
So, after you watch this video on my channel, go over to Mark's channel and watch it again. That solves the problem.
Yes, when you rewatch it, watch it on my channel.
Yeah, watch it on Mark's channel. So that'll be fun.
Splat says, I think everything comes down to supply and demand, and supply is reasonably constant, but demand goes up and down with fans and creators. That's true.
I do think that there will be a new COVID spike. Not COVID, hopefully not a pandemic or anything like that. But there are checks that are supposed to be going out to Americans.
Well, when President Trump has solved all the world wars, that might have an effect.
Yeah, they're doing like the stimulus. Like they're not a stimulus, but it's like for all the tariffs, they're thinking of giving everybody a $2,000 check.
What, in America?
Yeah. So nice. I think something like that, where people just get what's called free money. That could stimulate.
The record Superman sales, people who don't talk about comics are talking.
Oh, yeah, those ones, it doesn't matter. Those people are, the $2,000 is not going to make any difference. But
look, here we go. So I've got to have somebody watching it on my channel. That's nice.
Yeah, if you missed the beginning of this video, go back to Mark's channel and watch the beginning of it. See? Yeah, I'm not sure about the checks either. Tell you the truth, you're probably right, Andy. But it's one of those things where people get a little bit of hope. They might splurge on something silly like a comic book. And if Doomsday is ridiculously good, I don't know. I mean, Marvel hasn't had a really good track record in the last 5 years, but hopefully. hopefully they will start producing some good movies.
Well, we both liked Fantastic Four. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it for this week. We will be back next Monday at 4:00 UK time. What time is it in Canada?
It's 11 o'clock Eastern time.
11 o'clock Eastern time. And goodness knows what time it is in Indianapolis or Central America somewhere. A couple of hours.
I have no idea. Okay.
Okay. Cheers, Alan.
Bye.